each team, somebody wanted to be the Michael Jackson of the team. You know, somebody wanted to be the leader of the team. Somebody wanted all the attention. Someone wasn't getting enough attention. Somebody was taking it more serious. The other person wasn't taking it serious. So a lot of egos started clashing. So people just think calisthenics is just straight plants, handstands, freestyles, and all that.
مفتوح للاجتهادات التقريب. هذا حد العالم، هذا طالب، هذا راسخ والى اخره.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh to all RipRightHD disciples, YouTubers and viewers. Welcome back to a new video on RipRightHD. Today we with the bro Swiss, man.
What's going on?
So we're gonna find out a little bit about Swiss and his bar history. We definitely know he's from the golden era. He's a beast. Make sure y'all check him out on Instagram. The links is gonna be in the description. All right, Swiss, so when you started calisthenics, what made you get into it?
All right, well, just like everybody else, first I started with the weightlifting, because around that time YouTube and Instagram and stuff wasn't out there, you know what I'm saying? So the only fitness you actually knew was bodybuilding. So I wanted to be that Arnold Schwarzenegger cat, reading the magazines and stuff. And I remember I was on YouTube one time, and what popped up was bartenders. Everybody know bartenders with Giant, and Rough Riders. Those are the only two people that was out there tanning up on YouTube with the calisthenic workout. So saw Giant, then I saw I can't remember his name. Islaam from Rough Riders, and I was like, crazy. Pull-ups were smooth, flags were smooth, Giant's pull-ups were smooth, talking to you while he's doing the pull-up, and I thought that was beautiful, you know? And then after that, I always told myself, you know what? I want to get into doing pull-ups and push-ups and things like that. But I didn't really know anybody to get involved with that with. So what happened was I went to the nearest park. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, Marcy Projects. So I went to the nearest park that was nearby me. And I remember I met this guy. No, first I was watching this guy. His name was Angel, nicknamed Ice, Puerto Rican cat. He was like 41, 42. And his routine was old school all around the world. For those who don't know what all around the world is, you're pretty much a whole full body workout, and you just hitting reps. And you just going in a circle, going in a circle, going in a circle, hitting those numbers. This dude was doing 20 squats, 20 pull-ups, 20 dips, 20 sit-ups, and he just kept rotating. I used to sit there for hours just watching him, because I thought it was just like, it was the most beautiful thing I ever seen, you know? Because, you know, the guy was older than me, and he just had the stamina just going. So then one day, I came to the park, I walked up to him, I introduced myself, hey, how you doing? My name is Swiss, and, you know, I come here often, I see you working out, and, you know, how can I do what you do? I want to learn. How can you do what you do? And he just told me straight up, honestly, he was like, well, it's consistency. And I asked him if I could train with him. He goes, yeah, sure, you can train with me. He goes, by the looks of it, you know what time I come, you know what time I'm here. He goes, come this time. The main thing that I ask from you is, one, once I hear you say I can't, we can't train no more. That's it. Come with a positive attitude, check that ego at the door, and just get ready to work. He told me come with a towel, some water, and some gum. In the beginning, I was like, okay, water makes sense, towel makes sense, and the gum makes sense. I mean, the gum doesn't make sense. So that's how I realized, I started learning from my own training what the gum does. What happens is, if you drink too much water, then the water retains in your stomach, and then sometimes when you're doing a squat, you start catching burpees, and some people throw up. The gum also helps with, it keeps your mouth moist, and also since it has a little bit of sugar, and since if you work out outside like anybody else, when you're working out hard, sometimes your sugar level drops. So when you chew the gum, it keeps your level up, and it keep you going. So I come to train with the dude, and he was a good teacher. I would say he was the guy that showed me and made me appreciate reps and sets and working out. For a month straight, he just had me doing push-ups. Just for a month straight. And then after that, he had me doing pull-ups. And he slowly started feeding me. Everybody else, I would say, they quit really fast because they want the results really fast. But I was just so interested, and I was so intrigued, and I was just so motivated. It's just, I was there. You know what I mean? He was like my, it was like I was Luke, and he was Yoda. He was just like teaching me everything, talking. It wasn't about getting paid. It wasn't about any of that stuff. It was just straight. I wanted it, and he just taught me. He showed me love, and that's what made me start doing calisthenics. I was about, I think like 19, probably like 19 around that time.
Okay, so from there, you were still in Brooklyn. What was the first team you started with?
The first team I started with, first I was training with Ice, and then after I started training with Ice, I was training with Q, everybody knows him as Quincy. I started training with him. He taught me a lot. He was a good teacher, like a really good teacher. He taught me a lot. And then I looked up a team, it was called Bar Stars. The first team I got put down with was Bar Stars.
Nice. So, what year was that when you started with Bar Stars?
Wow.
Well, if you can't get the year.
It was probably 2000, isn't it 2000, like the late 2000s maybe? Probably like the late 2000s. I was with Bar Stars.
Okay, nice. All right, and how long you stood around with Bar Stars?
I was with them for like at least like 2-3 years. I was with them for a couple of years.
A couple years. So after Bar Stars, you never created a team or got with any other teams, or you went solo?
I pretty much, after I left Bar Stars, we came to a business agreement that it just wasn't working out. So I went my separate way, they went their separate way. I'm not gonna lie, after being with the team, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. So after a while, I just started just going solo, just working out with myself, just doing my own thing, trying to better myself. Because after, to be honest, in the game, when teams start, I'm not gonna lie, okay, when the internet started, YouTube started, Instagram started, being in a team and the bar game changed a lot. Like it really, really changed a lot. It went from family, brotherhood, just working out, having a good time, filming stuff, chilling, you know, putting stuff on wax, to just it's business, you know? So after a while, each team, somebody wanted to be the Michael Jackson of the team. You know, somebody wanted to be the leader of the team. Somebody wanted all the attention. Someone wasn't getting enough attention. Somebody was taking it more serious. The other person wasn't taking it serious. So a lot of egos started clashing. So teams to me wasn't something I really wanted to be about. You know, I kind of just wanted to just be by myself. But then later on, I started interacting with different people from BarBarians. I started watching the style of BarBarians, and that intrigued me. So then I started putting more focus on BarBarian training and to be a BarBarian. Right now, I'm still trying to do the BBRs. It's not easy, but I would say if I were to get on a team, it would probably be BarBarians.
Nice. Shout out to Zeph.
Shout out to Zeph, my teacher, leader, beast.
Without a doubt. Definitely a legend. On the bars, off the bars, calisthenics, he did a lot for the community.
Exactly, facts.
Okay, so now you was in Brooklyn for a while. When did you decide, yo, you know what, I'm gonna take my talents
to South Beach?
Yeah.
I was still with BarBarian. I was still with I'm sorry. I was still with Bar Stars, and before I moved out here, you know, Bar Stars had a big following out here, and they were really popular out here, and they had a good stronghold on the South Beach area before they started changing the bars. So being cool with a lot of people that was out here, I just said, you know what, I feel like I'm not growing in New York, so I'm gonna go to Miami. So I already had a whole bunch of friends, I already had a whole plan, so that's why I came out here. It was more opposite from the bar game, it was just more self-growth. I feel like I wasn't growing in New York, so that's why I came to Miami.
So at the time when you was with Bar Stars, were you there at the time where Chris Herrier was still there?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. And he ended up branching off. He's out here somewhere, right, in Miami?
Yeah, he has his own gym, he has his own brand, doing his own thing.
Yeah, shout out to Chris Herrier. All right, so now you started to train BarBarian training. So how does that work like for you? When is it time that you're able to do the BBRs? How does that go about, if we can get into that?
Well, BarBarian training, to my understanding, is more than just BBRs. All right. The thing is about how Zeph runs his family. Let me say runs his family. The way Zeph has the family going, it's not even about just doing the BBRs. You can do the BBRs, but it doesn't really mean anything. It's more than that. He likes to have his name attached to real pure
individuals.
People, you know, people not doing it for the gram, people not doing it for followers, people are actually doing it because that's their lifestyle, you know. All the people that I've met that are BarBarians, or they do BarBarian training, or they train with Zeph, they're just humble, they're they don't do it for any type of anything. They just do it because that's what they love to do, you know. So a lot of people feel like, oh, if I do the BBRs, I could be a barbarian. It doesn't really go that way, you know. It's more than that, you know, because from like you said, since Zeph has been in the game so long, he's seen all that stuff from when people turn from being brothers to enemies to profit to make money. So he always makes sure he doesn't have that in his family. And that's the reason why I love Barbarian training, and I love what Barbarian stand for, because they still hold the culture, you know. It's for the culture. It's actually making people better. It's actually challenging people. Like, I talk to Zeph every other day or every other weekend, you know, and he always makes sure everybody, the people that he works out with and stuff like that, he always makes sure he stays in contact with them, shows them love, motivates them, make sure they're doing certain workouts to keep you going, you know. So, yeah, man. I work out pretty much every day.
Nice.
I have a pull-up and dip bar, it's called a tower.
Oh yeah, I heard about the
tower. So I have that in my house. So before I go to bed, I always make sure I get my 100 on the push-ups, 100 on the pull-ups, the abs, the squats. Wake up in the morning, do the same thing. If I don't work out, it's like I didn't breathe.
Yes. It's addictive. It gets to that. It gets to that point. All right. So now this is. I lost my train of thought on on where I wanted to go after this. Okay, now you had mentioned earlier dealing with the game, right? It started off good, it started off cool. So your reason for kind of like shying away, can you get a little bit more into that?
It's just like I said, when I first came into the game, just like with anything, it doesn't have to be about the workout world. It's just in general.
Politics.
When you step into something, you step into something for the fun, for the joy, for the love, you know. And when I came into the game, I wanted to meet a lot of different workout dudes, you know, all the legends. You know what I'm saying? Juice, shout out to Juice, Lord Juice. Vital, Giant, Transformer, the list goes on, Zeph, all those. Like, I wanted to meet those dudes, but it got to a situation that certain teams were beefing with certain teams, so it got to something like you couldn't even kind of go into their workout area to work out, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm going through that now, bro.
Yeah, so it's like, wow, for real, you know. And I don't know what the main reasons why people were beefing. My whole thing is, if you're my man, you know what I'm saying, and I'm cool with this other dude, and you guys got beef, you know, I'm my own person, you know what I'm saying. That beef is between you two guys. Just when I'm with you, don't talk about him. And when I'm with the other dude, don't talk about him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to pass bones between you two guys. You guys are adults. I got my own soul.
Exactly.
And it got to the point in the game that, oh, if you with us, you with us. This guy, we don't like this guy. He's doing this. Why you friends with him? Why you taking pictures with him? Type of thing. And I'm just like, wait, when did this become like a war, dog?
Yeah, like Crips, Bloods.
We're in the park, bro. Like, I don't understand that. And once I started seeing that, and people were more aiming to like try to make profit off a move and, you know, all this stuff, I just was like, yeah, I'm good. That's when I stepped back, because I shouldn't feel a type of way to try to make friends with somebody else, because now I got to make a decision. Oh, can I be friends with this guy? If I make friends with this guy, will they not be my friend anymore? Like, it shouldn't be like that. So that's why after a while, it just turned me off after a while.
Yeah, so he was talking a little bit earlier off camera, and I was telling Swiss that I have a battle coming up, and I don't really want to do the battle, but you know, everybody's like, oh, it's for the culture, so I'm gonna help any means necessary. If that's what you guys want, that's what's gonna help the culture. So Swiss made a good point about why, you know, he doesn't battle. Have you ever been in any battle?
No.
He hasn't been in any battle, but if you see this guy on the bars, you could just imagine what he'll do in a battle. So, like, can you reiterate why, like, with the comp?
You know, to each his own. If that's what you like. A lot of people like to do the comp because it's more of some people just love competing. Some people just love challenging. It gives them adrenaline
but then
rush.
Challenging, like you said, causes some kind of friction.
Nowadays we live in a world where a lot of people are very emotional, so they take things kind of personal sometimes when it's not even mean to be personal.
So now I'm in a battle with Swiss. Swiss beat me. I'm mad now. Now I don't like Swiss on the low. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like Swiss on the low because he beat me in a battle, a one-on-one battle. He was better. and now it's an issue. So it's pros and cons with competition, guys. Whatever you're doing in calisthenics. All right, right now, how old are you, Swiss, if you don't mind us asking? 35. Me and Swiss is the same age. Okay, where you feel you was at your best, your peak, your highest in motivation?
When I started working out, when I started doing BarBarian training.
Nice.
And that's in my 30s. When I moved here, I started becoming a bar star. A couple of years went by, and once I started doing BarBarian training, and I started visiting, I used to go to New York. My mom was living in Brooklyn, so I would spend time with her, then dip off. Yo, Zeph, where you at? And go meet up with Zeph and them and start working out. That's when I was at my best, because it's like
another spill, another whole nother.
Yeah, people don't understand. Like, when people Google and look up calisthenics, they think of it's reps and sets. Like, people doing like all this jumping on the bar, freestyles in the bar. How you doing, boss? L, that's you? What's good, dog? Cause you pulled up, I'm like, freaking. A lot of people feel like when they see calisthenics, they Google calisthenics, people just think calisthenics is just straight plants, handstands, freestyles, and all that stuff. Don't get me wrong, you know, shout out to the people that do it. You know, if that's what you do, I'm not a hater. It's all cool, you know what I'm saying?
And he's talking like he can't do it, guys.
No,
watch his
like
videos.
I've done that stuff.
Yeah, he does it
I've
all.
into that stuff, and you know, I've learned that at the end of the day, that kind of doesn't really make you strong. You know, it looks cool, it looks nice, but at the end of the day, people don't understand. You can't build a mansion on quicksand. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that do freestyles, they destroy themselves before they become great. So let me explain the reason why I say that. Because you have a lot of dudes that see people doing handstands and stuff like that. They never done that stuff in their life. So what they do is, instead of them practicing how to do it or strengthening their joints and things like that, they just jump right into it. So you know what happens? They wear and tear their wrists. So now they got a lump on their wrist because their joints are messed up. And a lot of these dudes don't have medical insurance. So they just go, oh, I just wrap it up, or I'll put the tape on it. They mess up their elbows. They mess up their shoulders because they're doing this movement so many times that you're gonna get it because muscle memory, you're gonna get it, but then after a while, you're ripping yourself up, tearing yourself up. But people don't understand that if you were to start from the bottom, work your way up, just do some push-ups, dog. Do some pull-ups, dog. Strengthen up those joints. Nah. People wanna do stuff for the trend. People wanna do stuff for the social media. People wanna do stuff for the likes. But they don't understand that that's gonna hurt you when you're trying to be cool. And then by the time you actually become popular, you're not gonna be able to do anything anymore because you're gonna be that guy in the corner all ripped up and messed up and damaged.
Great point, bro.
And it's just, the list goes on, man. You know, but there's really nothing you can do about it. You know, the ball starts rolling, evolution starts. It's either, you can either get with it or get lost. You know, so that's why in the bar community you have this much of people that's actually still doing reps and sets. And the crazy thing is, the dudes that's doing reps and sets that are strong as hell and they've been doing it for years are the older cats. And the younger dudes that you see now, they're hot for like 2 years and you don't see them anymore because they're hurt and they try to hide it. You know, you look at their videos, they got all these tapes on them, you know, or you have dudes that hit the bar, they're on the bar for like 10 seconds and off the bar for 30 minutes. And you got the dudes that do the reps and sets, they're on the bar for hours. They're doing pull-ups, they're doing dips, they're doing squats, they're doing flags, they're doing handstands, they're doing planches, and they just keep going. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand when you do reps and sets, you're making yourself into a marathon runner. When you only do freestyles, you're making yourself into a sprinter, so you don't last long. But I'm an old man. People don't listen to me.
What I know, right?
You know, what do I know?
Yo, shout out to Swiss. Before we go, for somebody just coming into calisthenics, what kind of advice you got to like motivate them on things like, you know, to get them to where you're at right now? It's a lot.
It's hard. It's hard because everybody's built different. Everybody's in the game for different reasons. You know, I would say it's kind of hard to motivate somebody now in the calisthenic game because, like I said, they're gonna aim for more for that shiny,
flashy
glitter. They're gonna go for that little glitter, shiny wrapper. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna see what they get when they do that, and they see what they get when we do what we do. You know what I mean? Like, I used to be real hot in the game. I used to be on everybody's Instagram. I used to be popular on YouTube and stuff like that. And then after a while, I just was like, you know what? I'm just gonna just work out just for health. I've been working out since I was 17. You know what I mean? when you work out more, it adds more time in your life, you know? So I just work out because that's just my way of life. There's nothing else that I know. I feel like in this world, that's one thing someone can't tell me that I'm doing wrong. When I work out, I feel like a superhero. When I work out, it's my pleasure. I can go to the park and work out for 6 hours, watching people walk by, talk to my boy, drink water, listen to music. To me, that's like going on vacation.
Oh man,
that's like, it's everything. It's my everything to me. I can do that. You know what I'm saying? To another person, yo, can we do something else? Yo, let's practice these handstands. And then what they do most of the majority of the time, you see anybody on Instagram or see people working out, they're like this the whole time. Like this the whole time working out.
Yeah, that's the new wave.
You got that? You got that? Yo, film that? Oh, let me see. Nah, do that over. But yo, give me 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. Let me rejuvenate. All right, yo, I'm gonna let you know when to press play. You know, so it's kind of hard. I would just tell them, hey man, do your best, be consistent.
Without a doubt.
You know what I mean? If you want to do your freestyles, more power to you. But yo, please, at least do your push-ups. You don't need to do muscle-ups. You don't need to do pull-ups and none of that stuff. You don't need to do weight vests and all that. All that stuff is advanced. All that stuff, I understand you want to do it for the gram, get likes. But just to save yourself injuries, just do push-ups. Push-ups. Regular, wide push-ups. If you do a whole bunch of pull-ups, a whole bunch of push-ups, people don't understand how strong you'll get from just doing push-ups.
Without a doubt.
And floors are everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand that, but, you know, what do I know?
Yo, shout out to Swiss, man. We appreciate the bar history. Yo, make sure y'all go check him out. Human Flag Monster, man. Stay tuned, stay ripped, y'all.
Yeah.
Indeed, in the body, literal translation, is a lump of flesh, a piece of meat. إِذَا صَلَحَتْ صَلَحَ الْجَسَدُ كُلُّهُ. And when that lump of flesh